Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, we're on location at 11 Stanwyck Street in downtown Pittsburgh to focus on leadership. In particular, the importance of women in leadership on boards and in senior management at for-profit companies. We'll find out why it's become a priority for one of our region's largest manufacturers and what women can do to prepare and position themselves for the boardroom. But first, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia are teaming up to provide some leadership to capture an enormous opportunity for all three states: the natural gas reserves in the Marcellus and Utica shales deep underground. Recently, at the Tri-State Shale Summit in Morgantown, West Virginia, the governors of all three states came together virtually to forge an agreement to work together to make the so-called Appalachia Basin synonymous with the Gulf Coast when it comes to energy and manufacturing. We caught up with the organizers outside the summit on the shores of the Monongahela River in Morgantown. Corey Dennison is with Vision Shared in West Virginia, and Paul Boulier is with Team NEO, as in Northeast Ohio. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thanks. Glad to be here, Bill.
Yeah, I understand this event, the Tri-State Shale Summit, was 15 months in the making.
The Vision Shared board voted almost 15 months ago that we were going to start working towards a three-state summit or a conference of some kind, and Paul and I have been working together now for about 13 months on this.
And why? Why the interest? I mean, so often you hear about states and it's every state for itself, and Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia are competing all the time. Why cooperate like this?
Well, the theme from this conference is really the opportunity here is really bigger than one state. You know, when you look at the rich heritage that we have in this industry, and we've got a big plastics industry, we've got a great talent pipeline to work on, we've got great innovation, and the time is right now for us to really develop this opportunity, and that's what brought us together. And we realized not one state can pull it off. You know, the shale deposits don't care where the state lines are, nor should we in terms of how we exploit this opportunity.
And what do you think the three states bring together to capitalize on?
Well, we each bring our assets, right? We each bring what our special realm is. But backing up just a little bit to what Paul said, a cracker plant in Parkersburg, West Virginia helps Marietta, Ohio. A cracker plant right across the river from Moundsville, West Virginia, helps West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. One in Beaver County, Pennsylvania helps all three areas. So if you look at this and you look where the Marcellus Shale map is, we have to work together. And if we don't work together, we're really not doing this right, and we're going to end up shipping all of our gases down to Texas.
I had an opportunity just a few minutes ago to talk with Senator Manchin of West Virginia about just that subject, so let's hear what he had to say.
We have more in common than not, and we should be working more together. And I think that you're going to see a lot of this happening. This is a start. When you have three states come together, forgetting about the boundaries and taking advantage of the infrastructure that all three states have. West Virginia has a tremendous infrastructure already in place for the chemicals. Okay, the cracker. I think we need more than one cracker. Let's put it. So where it goes, I love for it to come West Virginia. I'd love for it also to be one in Pennsylvania and one in Ohio. We all have crackers. But wherever it may go, we want to make sure we can make something out of that product they're going to be giving to us, and we want to take advantage of that. And I think it's imperative.
Of course, the Gulf Coast has the established brand. You think there's the same sort of potential here in the Appalachian Basin?
I really do, because I tell you, what we don't have is we don't have the ocean, we don't have the ports. So they have a natural advantage built in from that standpoint. What they don't have is the population we have in our backyard. So when you look at the population that West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio have in a 500-mile radius, that is our port. Why not take advantage of it?
So there you have it. The senator says even though the Gulf has kind of the brand established, he seems to feel there's an opportunity for our region, for this Appalachian Basin, to be a really powerful competitor. You see it the same way?
Couldn't agree more. I think when you look at the probably 60% of demand is within a day's drive of where we're standing right now. When you look at all of these rich, numerous companies that convert these feedstocks into chemicals and the benefits that we get from cheap, reliable power and cheap energy going forward, it really helps to build a strong foundation for us to be even a stronger global competitor in this space.
So it's really more than the energy or the liquid gas. It is manufacturing capacity
and
as well?
Workforce capacity as well. So when companies are coming in and they want to know how many workers per X type of workers there are in a radius, they drop a 50 a 50-mile radius circle on a city. How many union workers, construction workers are there in that? So that goes 50, 100, and 250. In order to build any of these cracker plants, we're going to be pulling labor, non-union workers from over a 250-mile radius. So you have to look at the whole region when you're talking about workforce issues.
Yeah, and you know, manufacturers look at those kind of calculations all the time, as you said. An opportunity, do you think, to attract manufacturers as well as grow the many manufacturers we already have here?
Oh, absolutely. When you look at interest that we're getting from foreign investment, for example, the 3 crackers that are being evaluated for this region right now, they really are multinational companies that are looking to establish a space here. Also, the benefit that we get is from the existing companies that are here to have lower cost base, to have a tighter supply chain, so that makes for more efficient transport of products. It helps to make for cleaner, more efficient innovation, because they work with the universities and their customers and their suppliers to be more effective going forward. At the end of the day, that really is transformative to help us become a stronger global player in manufacturing.
Where do you take it from here? What's next?
Well, what we hope to do is set up at least 3 different committees looking at marketing the region, actually going to conferences and asking companies to look at our region to attract their business. 2, infrastructure, and then 3, research areas. And so those 3 areas we hope to set up committees and really begin doing some good work down the road.
And what we're seeing now, and our hope is that with your viewers as well as the people here, we're going to get people to put up their hands and say, hey, I want to participate and be a part of this. Because it is a complicated effort. You're really talking about a huge change management initiative, and it's something that is really going to require a bigger group than just the 3 of us to work on this, and you know, our sub-teams that have worked on this. So the opportunity is huge, it's complicated, it's going to take some time, but because it's that big change management initiative, we need a lot of people to sign up to help. And that's what we're seeing today, and hopefully as your viewers watch this, they'll want to get on board as well.
All right. Paul Boulier from Team NEO, Corey Dennison from Vision Share. Thank you both so much.
Thanks, Bill.
Congratulations for
Yeah.
getting it this far.
Yeah, it's been
thank
fun.
you. It's been great. Nice pleasure.
Well, next up, focus on a different kind of leadership, what it's going to take to put more women in the boardroom. Stay with us.